This video is one that I wanted to make because so many of the authors that we encounter have a confusion around what it means to be traditionally published versus self-published. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about that. These are two very viable pathways to getting a book in the world, and it really depends on where you are on your book journey, which of these paths you will want to take. So we'll start with traditional because that's what most people think about. A traditional publisher is one of the big publishers you've heard of: HarperCollins, Simon & Schuster, Hay House, Sounds True, Macmillan. There are many of them. And these publishers have an established protocol for bringing in books. They'll pay you a bit of money, sometimes a lot of money, depending on how much they think that your book's going to sell, honestly. Then they will front all of the costs to get that book in print. They will come up with the cover design. They will put it through 6 to 8 rounds of editing. Yes, you heard me right. They will do the interior design. They will sell it into bookstores. They will do all of this work because they have vetted the books that they publish so carefully. They are pretty sure from their past experience, your book is going to make them that money back and more. So those folks are looking for 3 really big things, and it's a pretty high bar to get in. Number 1, they want a unique but very selling concept, some sort of an idea that really lights them up and they feel like, wow, we could definitely sell this. Number 2, they're looking for above average professional quality writing. So this is writing that, let's say 90% of people probably couldn't do on their own, because it's really the people who are already writing for a living that get that, cross that barrier. Number 3 is they're looking for people who already have a built-in audience, especially if you're writing nonfiction. So if you're writing a novel, they may take a flyer on you because your idea is so good and the writing is so amazing. But if you're writing nonfiction, they tend to want you to already have started seeding the field of people out there, getting people excited about the fact that you might have a book coming out. So this means that you're already communicating with an audience regularly. Maybe you have a podcast, maybe you send out a newsletter, maybe you do a lot on social media, maybe you have a regular spot on your local TV station, but somehow there are people who know who you are, they know what you do, and they are going to be super excited that you suddenly have a book in the world. So the reason why publishers are so strict around those 3 things is that, again, they're putting quite a bit of money into the pot at the beginning, and they want to make sure that that money is going to be earned back and then some. They are a business after all. Okay, so what if you're like, I don't have those things, or at least I don't have a platform? Then that's okay, because there's something called self-publishing. In the last 20 years, it has gotten viable for everybody. Self-publishing means that you put together the content of the book, you put together a cover design, interior design, get the editing, so you're fronting those costs, but you can put the book in the world regardless of whether a sales team thinks it's going to sell a lot of copies. If you believe in your book, if you know there are people out there who really need to hear it, if you know how to find those people because they're already in your orbit, then self-publishing may be exactly the right process for you. What's cool about self-publishing is that it gives you the opportunity to prove to a publisher that you actually do have an audience. How? By selling copies of the book. So you self-publish the book, and if you can sell about 5,000 copies in the first 18 months, you will have publishers knocking on your door interested in buying the rights to your book and publishing it themselves. So you're not closing off any door by self-publishing. You're just giving yourself a longer runway to build that audience and to make sure the book really, really works for people. And then you take it to a publisher, and the publisher will be excited to take it on. So those are the 2 pathways. At KN Literary, we can prepare you for either one. What's great about self-publishing is that we can walk you all the way through until you have that book in your hand. We have self-publishing concierges, and we have relationships with cover designers, interior designers, copy editors, proofreaders, everybody you're going to need to be able to get that book into the world. Generally speaking, if you haven't written the book yet, we say it'll be about a year before you can have a book in your hand. But if you're going through traditional publishing, it's going to be far longer than that. So a publisher is going to want 12 to 18 months from the time they buy the rights to your book till the book hits the shelf. So if it's important for you to have your book in the world sooner rather than later, self-publishing is definitely the way to go. So I hope that helps you sort of tease out which way you want to go.